So as we began worship this morning, we obviously modestly reenacted Jesus' entry into Jerusalem for what turned out to be the last week of his earthly life. And we waved palms because unlike Luke's account of this day, which we just heard, in which he says that the people spread cloaks on the road in front of Jesus, the other gospel writers do say that the people spread palms as well. Frederick Buechner, who I quoted a couple of weeks ago, says that Jesus approaches every human heart like a city. And I wonder if we might allow God to approach our hearts this morning like Jesus approached Jerusalem on that holy day so long ago. I wonder if, like that multitude of disciples, as Luke calls them, who began joyfully praising God with a loud voice for all the mighty deeds that they had seen, if we might, just for these few moments, deeply connect to and remember all the mighty deeds of God that we have seen in our own lives along the way. Things like truly the poor receiving good news, or the blind being able to see again, or the lost being found again, or things like having just the right person at just the right time come into our lives to help us on our way, or things like hearing just the right word, a simple word, at just the right time to pick us up and dust us off and help us take new steps forward. I wonder if for these few moments we might deeply connect to and remember that the teaching and healing ministry of God in Christ has been just as present in our lives along the way as the teaching and healing ministry of Jesus was present to that multitude of disciples who began joyfully praising God with a loud voice on that holy day so long ago. I don't know about you, but I can easily relate to how that multitude of disciples must have felt. They had experienced so much new life and hope because of Jesus, and they simply couldn't control their excitement, and I have felt that way sometimes, especially when I stop to ponder how many times in my life the saving grace of God, the radical grace of God, has saved my heart from being totally despairing in some of the worst and most difficult points along the way. When I stop to ponder those times, it makes me want to bow and throw out my arms like spreading a cloak or spreading a palm on the road, on the pathway in front of God, and saying over and over and over again, thank you, thank you, thank you. That, I think, is what this day is all about. Now, of course, as we know, as Pastor Debbie was kind of indicating with the children, other days this week will be about other things. But today is about celebration. Today is about pouring out our hearts in thanksgiving and praise for all that God has done for us. And that's what that multitude of disciples was doing on that holy day that we've now come to call Palm Sunday so long ago. And I've always often wondered if, for example, Zacchaeus might have been among that multitude of disciples that day. You know, the one who had been welcomed back into God's family, who had been reconciled to his community that had ostracized him because of his job as a tax collector and the way that he did it. I've often wondered if the woman who was a sinner, who was from the city, as Luke says, might have been among the disciples, that multitude that day. You know, the one who was so moved to tears by all that Jesus had done for her that she couldn't help but bow down and use those tears along with some costly ointment to anoint Jesus' feet and dry them with her hair. I've often wondered if the Gentile woman, the one whose daughter was so sick to the point of death, and who everybody else scorned might have been among that multitude that day. The one whose faith, actually, Jesus used to not only heal her daughter, but give her way much more than the crumbs off of God's table, which is what she originally had asked for. Whoever was among that multitude of disciples that day, beyond the 12 disciples themselves, all of them had been blessed beyond what words could express because of Jesus. And so as we heard, they sang, "Blessed is this one who comes in the name of the Lord, peace in heaven and glory in the highest heaven." And we too, like them, don't we have so much to be thankful for, so much for which our words can never fully express. I know, like Zacchaeus, I was welcomed back into God's family after feeling very ostracized many years ago. I know, like that woman who was a sinner, who was so moved to tears that I have been so moved to tears in my own life because of all that God has done for me. It has made me want to get down on my knees and serve with my whole life and my whole being. I know, like that Gentile woman, that God has taken my little and paltry faith at times and given me so much more in return, more than I could ever ask for or imagine. I wonder, are you allowing God to approach your heart as Jesus approached the city on that day so long ago? Are you deeply connected to and remembering the magnitude of the blessings that God has poured into your life? Hosanna, loud Hosanna, we little children sing. Through pillar, court, and temple, our lovely anthems ring. For God who has blessed us, close folded to God's breast, we children sing our praises, the simplest and the best. Even as we know that we are drawing close, and as I'm inviting you to draw close to God's blessings in your life, I'm obviously very well aware of the fact that there isn't any of us here this morning who isn't experiencing at least some kind of challenge right now in our lives. And that fact is really what the rest of this upcoming Holy Week is all about. Today is about praise and celebration for all that God has already done and given to us. But the rest of this week is really about what God will do to see us through the challenges that we're facing and the crosses that we may be bearing. And I just happened to run across something new and different in my reading of this particular passage this week that I've never noticed before, that I hope will be a source of strength and comfort and hope and encouragement to you as you face whatever challenges and or bear whatever crosses are in front of you. You see, I've never noticed this little phrase, go and find a colt, here's the phrase, that has never been ridden. Never caught that before. A colt, you realize, right, that has never been ridden is what? Wild and untamed and has to be broken, which is no easy task at all. It takes persistence and patience and perseverance and time to break a horse. But Luke gives us the picture that Jesus just sat right on top of that untamed wild horse and peacefully and straight as an arrow rode into Jerusalem with this huge loud crowd surrounding him every step along the way. In effect, Luke says Jesus tames the wild horses. Jesus brings peace out of the chaos. It's like this beautiful foreshadowing of things that are to come. As the loud, wild, and crazy crowds will cry out as crucify him, crucify him. Jesus tames those wild crowds with the power of his love. As the loud crowds and as the enmity and the betrayal of some of Jesus' friends and some of the religious leaders in his own community and some of the Roman rulers turn on him, Jesus tames them with his non-violent peace. And oh, how I hope that gives you and is a source of encouragement and strength and courage. We sing our praises of thanksgiving this day for all that God has done, but we journey forward into this Holy Week and well beyond to face the challenges and crosses that are in front of us, knowing that as God has seen us through, God will always see us through. One Palm Sunday, several years ago, a pastor named Jim Somerville, who happens to be the pastor at the First Baptist Church in Richmond, Virginia, did something with his congregation that I'd like us to try this morning. And I'm going to invite you on my cues to say the word. We've already said it several times this morning, but say the word Hosanna. I'm going to invite you to say it several times. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to start with a whisper, and then I'm going to get louder and louder and louder, okay? The word Hosanna, in the full context of this Palm Sunday, means blessed be to God, we are saved. Or praise be to God, we are saved. That multitude of disciples, that's what they were singing. Praise be to God, we are saved. So I'd like to invite you to repeat after me, okay? Follow my tone. Hosanna. 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 Hosanna.